Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jack O'Neill. Welcome to another SRL clash. This is the last game of the round. We have got a huge contest coming up. The Manly Warringah Sea Eagles will take on the Penrith Panthers. This, for me, we've had some great games so far this round and this season, but for me, this is the game of the season so far. I think these two teams, I was tipping them to make the grand final. They are my early prediction for the Season 3 grand finalists. I think there is so much spark, and I am frothing at the prospect of watching Chaz Dingo and Brodie Kennedy go head-on. Brodie Kennedy is one of the most underrated players in SRL history, in my opinion. He performs at a superstar level every single week. And then there's Chaz Dingo, and for me, Chaz Dingo is top 3 SRL players of all time. So this is going to be an absolute thrilling contest between the two fullbacks. I can't wait to see them in open space, and these forward packs, they're pretty handy too. You've got the likes of Jordan Williams, an Australian representative, taking on Matthew Harris. Similar stuff, Australian representative, an absolute gun. He's been playing a little bit all over the shop. Matthew Harris, he's played second row in the trials, but he's found a bit of a home at lock forward as Brodie Kennedy breaks through early. Dingo gets there. That's what I've been looking forward to. That's what I've been getting excited for all week when I've been thinking about commentating this game, as Thorny kicks early behind Kane Chapman-Kenny, but he gets back, puts on some footwork, and in the end that kick probably wasn't the best option from James Thorne, who, you know, he's had a bit of an up and down career, but I think that he can, on his day, be one of the most elite SRL halves. I think that he's a lock-in for the Queensland squad this season. I think that, you know, I think that you get him and a guy like Liam Ryan in the halves together and they can do great things. So I think that he's got so much potential left in the SRL. He's had a couple shaky performances. His playmaking at times has let him down a bit, his game control, but at the end of the day, he is the senior player for the Penrith Panthers, and they rely on him so heavily. That's a beautiful kick to Kennedy, but great footwork, and it's Chaz Dingo again that tracks him down, I think that was. But that bomb was pinpoint. Unfortunately, Manly couldn't quite get Brodie Kennedy in the in-goal. He did very, very well there. So they go through their hands, and Lachlan Sinclair will bring it up. He's had a great start to the season. He was very strong for them in round 1. They, of course, went down to the Warriors. They showed some really good promise as Brodie Kennedy breaks through again. But what I was saying there is they showed some good promise. They showed some great attacking football. Unfortunately, they were very error-prone last week. They're going to need to fix that out. They're going to beat the Premiers. I think that they just get rid of that silly offload, that silly intercept that they like to throw, and, you know, anything's possible. As right there, Sinclair breaks straight through again. He dropped the defender there. That was a great run from Lockie Sinclair, and he looks pretty happy. His team need to get on the back of that now. Thorne kicks to the corner, but Chapman-Kenny covers it, gets there on the full. He tries to put on some footwork, but that's a great chase. I think Thorne did chase his own kick there. Great work from the Panthers, number 7. So they go through. Goodwin now. I think it's number 6, actually. My apologies. Goodwin takes it over the 20. Sadler at dummy half. Now, Bo Sadler has had a great start to the season, the former Queensland representative. He's an absolute mongrel out there. I think that Canberra have really missed his defence in the middle and his high-impact running. He's a nuggety little player, but, man, he can play. I really like him with the number 9 jersey, but I also think he's excellent in that number 13 role, so he can play anywhere. That was an early kick from Ryder Chisholm, I think it was, and it was a great kick too. Great chase as well. That's some really good stuff there from the Manly Sea Eagles. They're the premiers for a reason, as they buried Brodie Kennedy into the ground, and then a big shot on Jordan Williams there. And just like that, Manly are in the grind. They're going to need something special, Penrith, to get out of this. James Thorne, he had a tough run there. They need more of that, more tough runs. They go long out to Saddlecart, but he gets monster driven back past his 30-metre line. They're about 28 metres out from the Panthers line. Martin, he goes forward. He makes a strong run. Great post-contact metres from Lockie Martin. He is one of the best back rowers in the SRL, and that is why he stands up as Jack Cahill, the SRL rookie. That's a great kick from him, and Dingo brings it back strong though. So Jack Cahill and James Thorne got the first look in. to play in the halves together. Declan Murphy on the bench again this week. They had some alright signs both in the trials and also last week. Cahill did kick a 40-20 in the trials. Had a couple of nice touches as well. So I definitely think that for now that's the halves combination. However, a guy like Murphy, you can't keep him out forever. He's going to make his way into this side. I think he'll probably come on and play as a second ball player. To be honest, I would really like to see him come on at hooker and they push Mark Lee out into the 13 role. I think that might suit Mark a bit more. You know, keep him out on the field, and I think that'd suit Declan a lot more too, to be honest. I think that Declan probably prefers to play hooker, as that's a good kick there. Fisher gets monstered. So this game at the moment, they're going set for set, but Manly are just starting to poke their noses in front, as that's some big defense. Ryder Chisholm involved in that tackle. That was huge from Manly, and Bradford got absolutely monstered. Hunt goes short pass. Hayden Davis 15 metres out, and it's third tackle, 10 minutes into the first half. This is not where Penrith want to be. Jordan Williams puts his hand up. He tries to sneak around the back of the ruck there, but he'll get dragged down. Lee goes long to Hunt. Hunt with a strong run, but they're still at the 30. They need a strong kick here. I think it'll be Jack Cahill that will put his hand up. It is. He will put this kick long. It's a pretty good kick. It finds the grass. Solid kick there from Cahill, but Chapman Kenny will bring it back, and he'll get it just shy of the 40-metre line. Sadler at dummy half now. He gives it to Bennett. Jesse Bennett. He's one of those guys that I think is going to go to a whole nother level this year. Represented Australia. He's represented... I think that he definitely is a smoky for Origin as well. Blackburn brings it forward. He's another guy that I think's gone to another level so far this season, and that's what they need, Manly. They need guys to keep on stepping up, because that's the only way that you can consistently keep on improving. In the era of the salary cap, you keep winning comps, people's value go up. You look at Chaz Dingo. He's worth a lot of money now with how great he's played in the past few seasons. So they've got to keep bringing guys up, and they've got to keep on doing their job. They've got to have that next man up mentality. As Elms with a strong return to the 20-metre line. Elms will play the ball now. Saddle card at dummy half. He gives it to Martin, and there goes Lockie Martin again. He gets the offload away to James Thorne. Strong run. He probably didn't need that offload. Probably could have just played the ball there, but Thorne gets a quick play of the ball regardless, and Williams will bring it forward again. So Lockie Martin is really putting his hand up. Of course, State of Origin was announced during the week, and he is very, very keen to break into that side yet again. Lee at dummy half. Bradford, long, Hunt offload. Bradford gets dragged down. Nice football from Penrith. They're starting to find their way back into this game. Manly were just starting to put a lot of pressure on them with their kicking, but just like that, they're now kicking Manly into the corners. Great stuff from Penrith. Great recovery. They've done well, and that's off the back of their playmakers. James Thorne, great work from him. Great work from Jack Cahill as well, as they monster Matty Harris. But for me, Lockie Martin and Jordan Williams have stood up in the past 5 minutes of this game, have really gone to another level and just wrestled their team back into this game. I'm sorry. This is exactly what they need, and I'm really happy to see those guys playing so well. Manly are in a bit of trouble now, but they're the premiers. They relish in these situations, as that's a tough one. Ball gets knocked down, and Dingo takes off. It'll be a set restart, and now Manly can get through this set, put Penrith back in a corner, and go again. They are suffocating when they get into this type of rhythm, Manly, and unfortunately that little it isn't even a bad error from the Penrith Panthers, but that little knockdown has just let them down big time. As Blackburn will play the ball here, 20 metres out. It's the second. They've got heaps of tackles up their sleeve. They go long out to Jesse Bennett. Bennett gets to the 10-metre line. He's going to have to play this. Penrith, they thought they might have been penalised there. Manly threw their hands up in the air. They think they're laying in the ruck a little bit. Down the right-hand side now, Butterfield will just take on the line against his former club. They played in the pre-season. Manly were victorious in that game, of course. Sadler then goes long, out to Kyle Lewis. Lewis goes for the line. Can he get it down? He does! Kyle Lewis scores! We're going to go to the bunker, but he gives it the try. And yeah, Kyle Lewis gets that ball down. Great strength, great determination from the young 5'8". And the Manly Sea Eagles are on the board. 4-0 kick to come. for Manly. So Mark Lee will get us back underway, I must say. It is disappointing for Penrith. I'm sure some of their heads have gone down, but they've just got to get back into the grind. They've got to get back, find some confidence within each other. You know, you look at, I guess, how this game has progressed. They were on the back foot for a lot of this first half. For the first 10 minutes, they went set for set. Then Manly started dominating, kicking them into corners. They wrestled their way back with some great runs from their key forwards, Lachlan Martin, Jordan Williams, and some great kicking from guys like Jack Cahill and James Thorne. And, you know, then unfortunately just a little bit of luck went the way of Manly, and, you know, they took advantage of it, and now all of a sudden Penrith are 6-0 down. Manly have all the momentum. This home crowd needs to get into this. Brad Goodwin goes straight through, and you can see fatigue starting to come in as Butterfield. This is great football. He breaks. Oh my God, that's some excellent rugby league. He was almost through for sure. That would have been one of the best tries I've seen in the SRL as Blackburn takes it forward over the 10-metre line. This will be the last. Sadler gives it to Lewis. Lewis goes high. Big Chisholm's underneath it. He gets it, but Penrith lock him up. Good defence from the Penrith Panthers. That'll be a changeover. Mark Lee to Hunt. Hunt goes long. Ollie Pace breaks straight through. He gets dragged down at the 30-metre line. Great recovery from Penrith. Now they can go on the counter-attack. Simon Hunt takes the ball forward again. Second now. Lee goes to Melhurt. Fisher. Nathan Fisher puts on some footwork. There goes the captain. Big run from the skipper. He knew that's what they needed. As Bradford goes to dummy half again. Gives it to Cahill. Cahill to Simon Hunt. Hunt tries to drive forward, but he can't. As Kennedy takes it forward now over the 20-metre. Thorne puts it up high. Chasing through is Penrith, but Chisholm gets the ball. He's huge. He puts on some footwork. Can he stay in? He does. Ryder Chisholm should be a UFC heavyweight fighter. He should be fighting Tyson Fury. He should not be playing. Oh, he should not be playing rugby league. Tyrone Clay's away. I'm sorry about that, folks. I probably should have been calling the play, but that man is huge. That's a great run from Clay. Long ball out to Dingo. Dingo at the back to Butterfield. Butterfield dragged down. I'll start calling the footy, folks. Sadler to Harris. Harris forward pass to Allison, and they just miss out, Manly. Matthew Harris is a predominant front rower, but he's moved into the lock position these past few weeks, and he's still working out his ball playing and his rhythm with his back rowers. A try goes begging for Manly, but worrying signs for Penrith as, oh, that was lucky. I think it was touched by Manly. That could have been disastrous if Manly jumped on that ball. Williams was the one who got there in time. Great stuff from the consistent Jordan Williams as Ollie Pace broke through there. He's had a good start to the game. He came on about 3 minutes ago, and he's already made some real tough runs. Some good tackling as well as Hunt flicks the offload out to Mark Lee, and he gets monstered back. Kennedy's at dummy half. I think he might try and scoot here. One of the markers is off. No, he decides to go long to Hunt, and Simon Hunt will take it forward again. It's the third tackle now. Cahill goes out to Melhurt, and Melhurt brings it forward. Penrith, they just have had no ball in the red zone of the Manly Seagulls. Maybe they can put him in there now, and the next set they can put on a really strong attacking raid. I think that's what their goal is going to be. Cahill's going to put this kick in into the corner, taken on the full by Clay, and he puts on some footwork. He's going to get just shy of the 40-metre line, and just like that, Penrith's field position goes begging. Dingo now. He puts on some footwork. There goes Chaz. Brody Kennedy's coming. Here's the foot race that I wanted to see. Can Chaz Dingo make it? No. Great tackle from Nathan Fisher. What a foot race. But Manly, they're on the front foot. They're going to go back on the inside. Are they? No. Alexander Chapman Gets dragged down 5 metres away. Sadler to Blackburn. Blackburn drives forward. He'll get held up. Sadler, long, Lewis, out to Maverick. Oh, no, Daniel Punch, I'm sorry. And I think he spilt this ball. We're going to head to the bunker. They've called it up, no try. He broke straight through the line, the front rower, but a huge try-saving tackle by number 4 for Penrith by the centre. And a try goes begging for Manly. It was Josh Saddlecart, the rookie, that saved the day for the Panthers, and they'll get a 7-tackle set as a result of that knock-on in the in-goal area. And they break straight through. Melhurt. He gets over the 40. Oh, they've called it first. Here they go. Robbie Elms puts on some footwork. He gets dragged down shy of the halfway line. Thorne. He goes long to Cahill. Cahill drives forward. He gets stopped in a good tackle there by Manly, though. They need to put on something special. Kennedy. They try to go down the blind side. He shows his electrifying pace, but he gets dragged down barely by the Manly Sea Eagles there, as Jordan Williams is through again. Jordan Williams and Lachlan Martin need to take a bow. They have been huge for Penrith so far tonight. They've been by far and away their best on ground, along with Brodie Kennedy, and that kick was not a good one. Chapman Kenny takes it in the in-goal. Manly will get a 7-tackle set. Not the result Penrith wanted at the end of a pretty solid set of 6. But they monster the captain, Matty Harris, early. They need to stand up here. They need to defend hard. Kyle Lewis takes on the line, and they drag him down 25 metres away from the Manly line. They go inside to Dingo. Dingo, he can't get any post-contact metres. That's good defence from Manly. They'll go again, though. Butterfield, he takes on the line. So those important members of the Manly Sea Eagles, their spine and also their captain, they seem to be taking a lot of the tough runs, as that was a bit of a hospital pass there to Chaz Dingo, who got dragged down. Harris, he goes short to Daniel Punch. He'll just get short of the 50-metre line, and it is the 5th tackle. They'll give it to Kyle Lewis, and he'll go long, but it's going to be taken here on the full by Fisher. Good take from him, and he'll take it over the 40. Penrith need to strike now. They haven't had much go their way so far this game, but they can change the whole context of this clash if they just get over the try line. I'm not sure if they can do it, though. They haven't showed much with the ball. Sean Bradford's going to try and prove me wrong, though. He gets short of the 30. Manly's defence, though, their scramble has always been strong. They have got an absolute defensive unit here at the Manly Sea Eagles. There's a reason why they're the premiers. 4th tackle now. Mark Lee at dummy half gives it to Cahill. Cahill goes long to Hayden Melhurt. And that'll be the last. Mark Lee at dummy half. He gives it to Cahill again. And Cahill, this one's going to be in the in-goal. And another easy take for Kane Chapman Kenny. And Penrith let themselves down again with their end of set. That's the 2nd time in a row they've come down Manly's end. Last time was in about the 28th minute. Now in the 31st, they come back down Manly's end of the field, and they let themselves down again. This is not good. You could see Nathan Fisher. He was absolutely giving it to James Thorne and Jack Cahill, telling them that their kicking needs to improve. Lockie Martin also involved in conversations. And Manly are at the halfway line on the 3rd tackle. Sadler gives it to Lewis. Lewis goes back on the inside to Daniel Punch. The Penrith Panthers, I think they are, they've shown some great ticker. They've shown some great signs tonight, but they're playing a championship side that can't be underestimated. However, another thing that I want to say is they definitely have improved on last week's effort against the Warriors. This is a much better performance from them so far. They're playing a competition heavyweight, and they're staying in it. Melhurt gets monstered in that tackle. It's the 2nd, 30 metres out from the Panthers line. He'll play it, and it's Mark Lee at dummy half. He gives it to Thorne. Thorne goes long. Intercept! That's frustration. That's frustration from James Thorne, and Joshua Butterfield will play the ball shy of the 20. Can Manly make them pay, or can Penrith stand up in the last 5 minutes of this half? Sadler. Butterfield back on the inside to Dingo. He beats one. He'll drive towards the line. The good defence there in the middle from that Penrith defender. They go wide out to Tyrone Clay. He gets monstered, though. Good defense. Penrith on the edge. Chisholm goes long. Butterfield got monstered there. Good defense from Penrith. But this is where it's going to be tough. Can they defuse this kick? Harris, it's a short bomb. Dingo gets up. He takes it. Can he get the ball away? No. Penrith survive. Great defensive set by the Penrith Panthers. They've shown a lot of ticker here. They're up for this game, all right. A couple of their end of sets haven't been that impressive. But overall, I think that they'll be pretty happy with this game thus far. Kennedy puts on a bit of footwork now. They're testing the Premiers 6-0. They've had no real attacking opportunities. The ones that they've had, they probably haven't used them the way they would have liked. But their forwards are laying a consistent platform. And their backs, you know, they're coming in, they're making tough carries as well. Brodie Kennedy looks dangerous. He's standing up. He made a big chase on... Oh, and that's a forward pass to Lachlan Martin from dummy half. And that's a coach killer. Manly will enjoy this break too. The fatigue has really started to get in this game, but I think this break of play will be big for Manly. That's not what Penrith wanted. Lewis gets monstered in that tackle, but he still manages to get some good post-contact meters. So, yeah, disappointing end to a set there for the Penrith Panthers. Matthew Harris puts his big fend in one, and he gets dragged down just shy of the 20. Butterfield, long to Chisholm. Chisholm breaks straight through, and he beats another one. Has he made it? What an individual try. We're going to go to the bunker. But if this is a try, they've called it a try. Does he get to the line? I can't tell from this angle. I think we're going to need another look. Oh, has he touched the line there? This will be a big one for the bunker. They call it a try. That might be a controversial one. But what an individual effort from Ryder Chisholm. He used electrifying pace to get on the outside of the Panthers defenders, put on some beautiful footwork on Brodie Kennedy, the big fella, and then used his sheer size and strength to drive to the try line. What a try for the Manly centre. And they're up 12-0 now, the Premiers. They'll feel happy to have that type of break. Probably doesn't reflect the game that we've had. But the Panthers, you know, they've let themselves down with their end of sets. A forward pass from dummy half. I think it was Mark Lee that threw that ball. And Cahill and Thorne's kicks being caught in the in-goal when they've been attacking the red zone of the Manly Sea Eagles has let them down tonight. It is unfortunate, but there's still a long way to go in this game. We're about to go to halftime. Manly will look to just get through this set. Matthew Harris, that's another big fend. The captain's starting to stand up for his side now. Manly just push forward through Jesse Bennett now. Sadler gives it off to Goodwin, who goes forward. Penrith might get one use of the ball before half-time. I do think Manly should just kick this ball into touch. I don't think they can risk someone like Brodie Kennedy getting his hands on it. Lewis goes deep in the corner. Fisher gets the ball. He's another guy you don't want to get the ball, and that's a great run from him, but Manly hold on. Manly are up 12-0 at halftime. So, Manly, 12-0 up at half-time. Penrith will be disappointed that they let them into this game. They had a couple opportunities, but they couldn't ice the end of their sets. Penrith, but they showed some real promise. I've talked about those guys, Lachlan Martin and Jordan Williams, who I thought were really outstanding. Bennett goes straight through early. So he's played, I think he got an early spell, but it looks like he's moved into the back row. So I think he'll play the rest of this half. He's going to end up playing about 60 minutes. I like that. I like getting Jesse Bennett, keeping him on the field as much as possible. He's a guy that, you know, needs... He's a grinder. Like, he can stand up like this, can make those breaks that we saw earlier, but then he can just stand up and make a real strong run too. So, you know, I think that he's one of those battlers that you got to keep out there for the full 80 minutes. Kay, he's another guy. He's going to provide some impact. I've really liked what I've seen from Will Kay off the bench so far. I think that he's an excellent player. If I'm an struggling SRL club, I'm definitely looking at him as an option, as Elms goes straight through, but that's a good tackle from Dingo. Poor defense from the Seagulls left edge there. Maverick Oldfield, Kane Chapman-Kenny, a little bit of a miscommunication there. They look like they're talking now. They're going to try and adjust, I believe. Lockie Martin made a strong run there too. So that's a great run from Hayden Davis, and he gets the offload to Mark Lee, and it's going to be the third. Yep, it'll be the third tackle. Kennedy at dummy half. He looks to go one way, then goes out the other. Declan Murphy. He gets a strong run. So he's playing a bit of a middle 13 kind of role, as that's going to be Simon Hunt playing the ball in the 30. Like I said, I personally would have Declan Murphy playing hooker, and I would move Mark Lee into the forwards, into that 13 jumper. But that's just my opinion, as Kane Chapman-Kenny makes a strong run. 25 metres out from Manly's line now. Penrith, they're going to try and do what Manly did to them in the first half. Grind them into oblivion and try and find some points out of a strong defensive sets. Blackburn will take it up. He breaks through one tackle. The middle defense of Penrith is letting them down at the moment. Just little missed tackles, little miscommunications, and Manly are capitalising each and every time. Bennett, offload gets taken by Hayden Davis. Not the end to the set that they would have liked, unfortunately, for Manly, but Hayden Davis did really well there, and Thorne goes short to Lockie Sinclair. Sinclair will play the ball. On to Simon Hunt. Hunt carries it forward. He'll play the ball. Cahill goes down the blind side, gives it to Nathan Fisher. Great footwork from Nathan. Oh, but he'll be dragged down just shy of the 20. But Penrith, they're building to something. They need to end this set well. Murphy, short pass. Hayden Davis, he needs a quick play the ball. Is he going to give one? He will. He gets up. Jack Cahill, that's a better bomb. Chapman-Kenny is underneath, but he takes it well. But good defense there from the Penrith Panthers. It was Declan Murphy who was chasing through. Great work from him. Penrith can change the entire context of this game if they muscle up defensively here and find some points in the next 5 minutes. Blackburn brings it forward. Sadler at dummy half goes long out to Jesse Bennett. That's his second run of the set, and that's a good one. He's put his hand up. He wants that State of Origin debut for the New South Wales Blues as they go long now out to Chapman-Kenny. Chapman-Kenny was handled well there, though, by the Panthers defence. I think that was the captain, Nathan Fisher, involved in that tackle, as Lewis with a shallow kick, and Kennedy takes it well there. Brodie Kennedy, he will play the ball 45 metres away from the Manly line, and this is where Penrith need to strike. They need to find points. Thorne takes on the line. Get some good post-contact meters, but they need more from James Thorne as Saddle Cart. He goes long out to Cahill, and Cahill runs the ball now. Maybe they should have kept that ball moving, but they're playing very laterally at the moment. They need to start playing a bit more direct as Murphy out to Thorne. Thorne to Kennedy. Kennedy puts on some footwork, but Lewis just grabbed onto him, and it'll be the fourth tackle. Kennedy plays it. Saddle Cart to Martin, and Martin will just charge forward like he always does. Strong run. But they need a good kick here. Maybe they can put a grubber kick in, get a repeat set. They need more ball down here. They try the grubber. Picked up by Allison, and he'll bring it back. That was not the right grubber kick there. That was not a good option. In the end, needed to find the in-goal area with that kick. The Panthers playmaker. As Will Kay got monster in that tackle by Declan Murphy. It was a strong contact from him. Sadler to Lewis. Lewis throws a forward pass. Lucky they didn't ping Jesse Bennett from obstruction there. He has, of course, moved out into that left second row position. And this is Manly's the Panthers' chances. Kennedy puts on some footwork. He's going to drive for the line. He deserves a try, but he won't get one. Good stuff around there from Chaz Dingo to wrap around the legs. Lee goes to dummy half. Short pass. Thorn monsters for the line, but he won't get there. Strong service from Mark Lee, but the Manly Sea Eagles hold on. Heading to the bunker here, but he didn't get this ball down. He got rolled onto his back. There we go. Let's get on with it. Back underway now on the second. They go to Sinclair. Sinclair will charge forward now, but Manly, they handle that. They've got to do more. They can't score tries down the middle like this, but they might. No, they get Hunt and they drive him back. This is championship defence by the Manly Sea Eagles, by the Premiers. Bad service there. Davis, he breaks through a one. Can he beat another? He's going to drive towards the line, but he's held up just short, is he? Yes. They call play on, and it's the fifth. And last, they go to Cahill. Cahill with another little grubber. He gets it to Saddle Cup, and that's a huge tackle. And Manly hold on again. This is just championship defence from the Manly Sea Eagles. They're just too good. They just work hard for each other. Their scramble is incredible, and their first up contact, they basically always win as Bennett makes a strong run now. He's been one of their best performers so far tonight. Sadler at dummy half. And Lewis, nice short pass onto Will Kay, but Will Kay, it was strong contact on him, and he gets driven back past his 30-metre line. They're going to go down right again. Lewis gives it to Blackburn, and Blackburn will just roll his sleeves up. But good defence from Penrith. They're keeping him in this edge. They might want an early kick here. No, they're going to try and spread this ball. Are they? No, Goodwin's just going to break straight through. So that's poor defence in the middle there from Penrith. They were just starting to build a bit of momentum. You know, starting to get in that grind and win the grind. But Manly, they're starting to break out again as another shallow kick from Lewis, and Robbie Elms makes a good run. And that'll be the first. 40 metres out. Saddle cart, long to Thorn. Thorn will take on the line. It's a strong run from Thorn, about a 15-metre run. He'll play the ball just short of the halfway line, and Lee will give it to Sinclair, and Sinclair takes off. That's a strong run from the forward, and he gets an offload away to Davis. And Davis will get dragged down to the 30. He'll play the ball. Lee at dummy half, gives it to Cahill. Cahill long out to Kennedy. Kennedy swings it. Oh, there was a gap there. Brodie Kennedy should have taken it. We know how fast he is. He's, of course, in line for an Origin debut in 2 weeks' time. That's something that the New South Wales selection team will be looking at. As that's the last here. Sinclair will play the ball. Cahill goes long out to Thorn, and Thorn's kick finds the back of one of his attackers, one of his teammates, and Manly will get an easy kick into touch. And just like that, all the pressure is off Manly, and now they can start trying to apply some pressure onto Penrith. Sadler gets us back underway here. Blackburn long, Will Kay. Will Kay's had a good impact so far in this second half. It's been a bit of a disappointing half if you're a Penrith Panthers fan, but they're still in this game. It's only 12 points. They need to find 2 tries, but they haven't been able to find it. They've dominated possession. It's going to be interesting to see how much gas is left in the tank for Manly as Dingo puts on some good footwork there. So far, I think that Manly probably do. They still look energised. They're still getting in position. Forwards are getting behind the ball. They're all putting their hand up. Allison's a man that's put his hand up a few times tonight. Jesse Bennett on that left edge has been outstanding as they go long there to that man that I just mentioned, Jesse Bennett. He'll play the ball 15 metres shy of the Panthers' try line, and Lewis is going to put it up high. That's a strong kick. Are they going to get underneath it? Kennedy does. He does really well, and he explodes. Good run from Brodie Kennedy. Good kick return. I was a bit worried no one was going to get underneath it, but Kennedy attacked that ball. Murphy gives it to Hunt, and Hunt's just going to take this ball forward.
That's your second.
What have Penrith got? They need to find some sort of break. Manly have found breaks when they need them. Penrith need to find something similar if they're going to get themselves into an attacking position and into a position to win the game. Right now, they're not in a position to win the game, though. Cahill back to Murphy. Murphy inside to Kennedy, but they read it really well. Slow play the ball for Brodie Kennedy. Mark Lee gives it to Thorn, and Thorn goes long with that kick. It's going to be taken here by Tyrone Clay, and he makes a great break. He puts some footwork on. He's away. No one's going to get him. Goodbye. What a try. Tyrone Clay has scored for Manly. So Mark Lee gets us back underway, and Joshua Butterfield gives it off to Goodwin, and Goodwin will take this ball forward. He got tackled well there by Penrith, who have readjusted, but that was really sloppy defence from them on Clay, who just made them pay with an electrifying run there. So Penrith will be disappointed to concede a try like that, and now Manly can just manage themselves to victory at the moment. There's still 20 minutes left in this game though, so Manly still need to try and play footy, and for Penrith they need to just try something a bit different, because all the plays that they have put on, Manly have read to perfection. Their defence tonight has been first class. As Lewis, he switches that kick. Is he going to get a 40-20? No, it's not deep enough, but that was a great kick from Kyle Lewis. Kennedy has to get back there, and he does, and it's him and Chaz Dingo with the ankle tap. Good stuff from the Manly Seagulls fullback, but now they have room to move, and that's Lucas Burns. Burns breaks 3 of 1 tackle, the man off the bench, and he makes a strong run. Panthers are on the attack now off the back of 2 really good runs from their outside backs. Kennedy splits them. He goes through. He'll score, the Panthers fullback. Great try from Brodie Kennedy. He doesn't deserve to be in a losing side tonight, and that's an electrifying try from one of the SRL's best fullback. Just like that, Penrith are back. It was a strong one from Brodie Kennedy first that broke the line. Then they followed through with a good run from Lucas Burns. Then Kennedy got the ball again, and he shot straight through and scored. They need more of that. They need to play up-tempo. There's a lot of fatigue in this game now. Manly have had to do a lot of tackling.
Let him up. He's held 3.
Penrith just working their way through their set at the moment. They haven't really played too expansive. They might kick early here. This is an important play. Cahill needs to ice this kick. It's a pretty good one into the corner. Oh no. Dingo takes it on the full, and he winds up. He gets to the 40. I thought that ball was going more towards the corner, but it wasn't. Didn't have the right angle on it. But that's a forward pass to Clay, and just like that, Penrith on the attack. Wasn't the best kick from Jack Cahill, but they get a chance now to put some more pressure on, try and get some sort of result. They need to find points again. Kennedy off the scrum. He's the key. They'll give it to Cahill. Cahill will go long to Kennedy. He'll beat one, but that was a hospital pass. It's lucky that Kennedy put on that footwork. He probably should have been a bit closer to Cahill for that play, to be fair, as Thorne runs off an inside pass from his Panthers teammate. Mark Lee at dummy half gives it to Murphy. Murphy long to Cahill. Cahill will take on that line. Kennedy needs the ball. He needs it right now. Murphy at the back. Oh, Hunt got in the way. Collided with his head. But Hunt did manage to get the ball back in his hands, and that's the 4th. They're going to try and use this ball one more time. Jordan Williams, he's going to drive. He's been great tonight. He can't quite make it. That's 5th and final. Lee gives it off, and that's not the best kicking option. Murphy, though, it's been called to play on. He's going to drive for the line, but he won't get there. That'll be a handover. So Manly's halves haven't been amazing with their ends of sets, but Penrith haven't either. You can sort the end of sets from both teams at times haven't been great, but when it's really counted, Manly have put in a good kick. Sometimes Matty Harris has come in and taken a few kicks. Like they've iced their opportunities. They've iced their kicks a lot better than Penrith have. You know, a lot of grubber kicks haven't found the in goal for Penrith, whereas all of Manly's have for the most part, and their bombing's been a bit better too. But you know, there's definitely signs of improvement from Penrith from last week. Last week was a pretty bad effort, but this week I'm really impressed with Penrith this week. They're going to keep improving as the season goes on. They've got a new half combination. They've got Jack Cahill there, who's sort of they're just trying to figure out him and Thorne, how they want to play them. So, you know, Penrith fans, don't hang your head. This is against the Premiers. They've thrown everything they have at them, but they're just not quite there yet. You know, there's still time in this game for them to win, but at the moment, it's pretty clear that they're not quite on that level as Murphy breaks straight through. They're showing glimpses like that, glimpses of individual brilliance. We saw that Brodie Kennedy try. We saw some really strong running from Nathan Fisher's had a couple of runs. Kennedy again with another run as I say that, but also Lockie Martin's been great. Jordan Williams, they're both standing up. They're probably in, as long as they don't get injured or suspended, they're probably locked for the New South Wales starting Origin side. So, you know, Panthers have got a quality side. They've just got to figure out what brand of football they want to play. Again, it's that, like I said, it's just trying to find combinations and get used to your halves of where they like the football. And at the moment, it's letting them down a little bit as Jesse Bennett will bring this ball forward now. 68 minutes in. We've got 12 minutes left to go. 12 points the difference. I think Manly might find a couple more tries. I think Penrith, they're just starting to fatigue a little bit. As you see there, it's a silly penalty on Chaz Dingo. I understand that you've got to try and slow him down however you can, but you can't afford to be giving penalties like that away when you're chasing points. As Kyle Lewis will kick this ball into touch. We're back underway. Sadler taps at Lewis. Lewis goes to Jesse Bennett, and Bennett again. He's probably been my man of the match. He's had some really strong runs, and he's defended really well as well. So Chapman Kenny's another guy that's been solid. Dingo, he's always going to be good. He'll always pick up SMVP points every time he plays. Look at that man there, number 4, Ryder Chisholm. I think he's come on to play a bit of a forward role because he did come off at half time, but I think he's been great too. He had that really strong individual try. As Dingo, he gets tackled well. They handled him well there, the Panthers defence. And that'll be the last. Sadler at dummy half. He goes to Butterfield. Butterfield's kick. I don't think it was a kick. I don't think he actually got boot to ball there, but it bounced like it was a perfect rubber kick. But Cahill, he did well there to pick it up. Now, Penrith, they've got 6 tackles up their sleeve. What can they do here? They need to get their outside backs involved like they did when they set up that Brodie Kennedy try. Get Kennedy to fly in around the ruck. Get Lucas Burns in there as well. Bring Nathan Fisher off the wing maybe. Just try and get around this tired Manly forward pack. Declan Murphy, I think he's been great. He's been a good point of difference for them tonight, but unfortunately, they're still just trying to work each other out. So be patient, Penrith fans, as that's a knock on there. Must have touched the hand of the man coming across before Saddlecart picked it up. So poor end to the set. Manly are going to look to finish this game now. They score another try and it'll be all she wrote. So Lewis, he gets tackled well though. So that's a good start to the set from Penrith. Unfortunately, errors costed them last week, and it looks like it's going to cost them for an opportunity again tonight. Sadler at dummy half, gives it to Lewis. Lewis, long ball out to Matty Harris, and Harris will take this ball forward. So he's on the field, and he is fired up as well. Then Jesse Bennett, he'll bring the ball forward again. Strong run from him, and it's the 4th. Sadler at dummy half, gives it to Lewis. Lewis, long ball. Matthew Harris again. The captain's back on. He's had a big spell. He's ready to have a good impact in the last 10 minutes. As they go to Butterfield, he kicks it. Ricochets off the post, picked up by Will Kay. And Will Kay's got a try. So that was a really strong kick there from Butterfield. It hit the exact point of the posts that it needed to for it to bounce back towards the Manly defender. It was perfectly weighted. If it had missed that post, it would have gone straight in the in goal to perfection. Have a look at it here. Boom. Straight off that post. Will Kay chases through, picks it up, and he will score a try in SRL Season 3. Will Kay, he's had a really good impact off the bench. I think he's a really good point of difference for Manly as well. And like I said earlier, I think that a lot of SRL clubs, especially struggling clubs, should keep an eye on him, should have him in their black book. I think that he's one guy that can really change a game when he comes on the field. Or, you know, we've seen a little bit of him starting. I'd like to see him maybe shift into a starting role somewhere at Manly if they could find a spot for him and see how he goes in the 80-minute grind. But coming off the bench, he's had a great impact so far this season. So good signs here for Manly this in Season 3. There's been some good signs for Penrith too. They're still trying to work each other out, but you know, I think that it's just a waiting game, just a patience thing for Nathan Fisher and his side. Back underway with Mark Lee. 6 minutes left to go. Manly will think they've won this game. They've just got to get through the rest of their sets, and Chisholm will start them off strongly. So, yeah, he's moved into the forwards. It's a good move, I think. That man could play any position on the footy field. He's very fast. He's very explosive, but he's really strong too, and he's just massive. So, I like the look of Chisholm. Sadler goes right. Fisher back on the inside of Dingo. Dingo puts on some footwork, but Kennedy again. Also had some help there, but Brodie Kennedy has taken Chaz Dingo on in this game. Of course, Chaz Dingo is the New South Wales captain. He's trying to send a message to him as Fisher starts, and he breaks away. 30 metres out. What do the Panthers have? Can they put on a play in the last 5 minutes of this game? Give their fans something to cheer about at home. Kennedy, he brings his ball forward. So the Panthers fans, they are up at the moment. They're trying to will their team forward. Thorne, he takes this ball forward. Unfortunately, I think that the defensive systems of Manly are just so strong, but that's some good footwork from Burns, but he gets defended. He gets brought down in the 40, and it's the third. They've got to put something on here. Good ball playing Thorne out to Jordan Williams. I think that that's where Brodie Kennedy should have been in that play, but Williams, he makes some strong post-contact meters regardless. Mark Lee onto Thorne. Thorne goes long out to Kennedy. Kennedy's broken through. He's going to look for support. Is he? Intercept. Will Kay did well to get back there. If this was earlier in the game, I would say that Brodie Kennedy probably holds on to that ball, but they're chasing points. They're desperate for points. There's good run from Harris, and he gets an offload to Butterfield, And Joshua will play the ball 45 metres away from Panthers line. Chisholm takes this ball forward again. He's had an outstanding game. Sadler, dummy half. Lewis, long to Chapman Kenny. Chapman Kenny, he gets dragged down. Good defence. They will go long again out to Chisholm. Chisholm's gone straight through. Is he going to score? Kennedy's come across. Kennedy makes the try-saving tackle. Comes off a Panther. And it'll be 6 to go for Manly. So good work there from Chisholm. Great cover from that man, Brodie Kennedy, though. First tackle, Sadler at dummy half. Long to Butterfield. Butterfield short to Allison. No try for Jackson. Good defence. 1 minute left to go. Manly will just manage their way home. Butterfield takes it forward. He'll get a quick play of the ball as well. 5 metres out. They go short. Good ball playing. Lewis gets monstered. 30 seconds left to go in this one. The Manly Sea Eagles, they'll be at the top of the table, you'd say, after this week, as that's a strong run from Kay. He almost got there. Wow. And this will be the last play of the game. Sadler decides to take on from dummy half, but he'll get dragged down. So, comprehensive from Manly. They've shown how good their defence is and how good of a side they are. And the Penrith Panthers, they showed glimpses, but they're still working each other out. That's all from me tonight, folks. Check out the stats. This has been SRL round 2. We're not in round 3 yet. Join us next week live on Tuesday for even more SRL action as we get ready for the Season 3 State of Origin series. Thank you and goodbye.